Good morning to all. And for today, we are in the second week and we are in Monday, January uh, 18, 2021. And as requested by my friends from the OFWs. And now we are doing the readings and the gospel of uh, this day. Even yesterday, we had also during the feast of the Santo Niño. And for today, we have the second week and then Monday of the ordinary time. And as we read the gospel, we also give some uh, reflection, a short reflection of the gospel, and maybe to see or how this gospel will bring us to reflect more our life, as a Christian. As we begin, and the very theme that we have is, as this episode that we are doing, is the Word of God is living and active, sharper than any edged sword. And for our readings are the Gospel this day is taken from Mark chapter 2, verse 18 to 22. The disciples of John and of the Pharisees were accustomed to fast to Jesus and objected, "Why do the disciples of John and the Pharisees fast, but your disciples do not fast?" Jesus answered them, "Can the wedding guests fast while the bridegroom is with them? As long as they have the bridegroom with them, they cannot fast. But the days will come when the bridegroom is taken away from them, and then they will fast on that day. No one sew a piece of unsunken cloth on an old cloth. If he does, its fullness falls away, and the new from the old, and tears gets worse. Likewise, no one pours new wine into old wine skins. Otherwise, the wine will burst the wineskin, and both the wine and the wineskin are ruined. Rather, new wine is poured into fresh wineskin. When the disciples of John and of the Pharisees came to Jesus, they are not confused on this perfect trust and obedience. Rather, they complain that this, and as we can see, no, we Christian how we understand fasting. And fasting is one of the pillars of piety among the Israelites. And for us also Christian, it's where we test ourselves, how we also surrender, no, ourselves to God. Alas, the Pharisees were focused on preserving or preserving the custom that they have, or the way they establish the custom of fasting, rather than being focused on the Lord. So they are more concerned of the external rather than being concerned with the Lord. So the focus is the custom, no longer their faith, no longer their encounter with Jesus. Because, of course, they think that Jesus is hindering them, or a hindrance to them. But here they forget. They are more particular of the tradition. They are more particular of how to do it. How to celebrate, for example. How to do fasting, for example. This is how you do it. That's the format. This is the way. This is the step. But they forget that Jesus is more important than this. They saw that they are like the old wine skins. No? They always go back to what is old time that they do, but they highlight there is themselves, the pride among themselves, and that is not helpful in the spiritual life. The danger that they are falling into is that their attention is really on themselves, and their piety has become more a form of activism. But here in the gospel of this Monday, Jesus replied and said that it draws certain attention to something more important than the act of fasting, the presence of the bridegroom. And who is the bridegroom? Is Jesus himself. Here we can compare with our real life situation nowadays, that sometimes we are so concerned of our external, no? Rather than encountering the Lord, rather than uh, being with the Lord. And what are those external that we are focusing on? No, there are a lot. Some people, they are more bringing or something, the name that they have, or putting some cosmetics in their face, or I don't know what is the externalities that they wanted to put in their selves, no? But they are more attentive. This is every day, every day they are more attentive, putting the cosmetics or makeup in their face, or it's not bad, but if your time is more into that external rather than in your time of praying, in of encountering the Lord, because some people they are regular in their, for example, putting some cosmetics, they are regular in this. But if we ask, are they also regular in their prayer? Who knows? Who knows? So we see the message of today's gospel is very relevant for us, not only to look for the external, or to shall we say focus on the external. Yes, there is pros and cons. However, we also see the value of encountering the Lord, in whatever and whoever we met every day. So in this, we are reminded, no, that this Word of God now enters into our life. We encounter Jesus, and as we encounter Him, we are called, to that this Word of God is living and effective. We are able to discern reflections and actions and the thought of our heart, because only God, can read the heart of each one of us. And for every person, God continues to reveal to each one of us in our hearts. So He continues to be present with each one of us. And to end this, we as Christian, let us remember the word fast. First, be faithful. Faithfulness is very important in what we do. A action, is our action correspond in our life desire? Are we uh, acting, or are we doing good things, for ourselves and for God? And the third is to sacrifice, the sacrifice that we have, because it's not enough to be faithful, it's not enough to do good things, but also the very act of sacrificing ourselves. And the very last is trust. no? Are we able to trust in the providence of God? Are we able to trust in His loving mercy? So remember this: fast, faithful, be faithful, make a good action, sacrifice, and trust. So that is the way we understand also how in our life. Let us not forget that let us focus on the Lord. The Lord will help us to understand more clearly, to be more living and active in understanding His Word through our prayer, through our doing good things, through our daily sacrifices. So the Word is living and active, sharper than any edged sword. So once again, good morning. No, good morning to all my OFW friends abroad, and hopefully this short gospel reflection helps you to also to reflect, especially in today's gospel, and hopefully this will lead also to do more good for others, and to examine our life better and better. So once again, uh, good good morning, and God bless. So because you deserve the best, we offer you brothers best and bro best. God bless you. Bye bye. See you next time in our blog tomorrow. And tomorrow we will also do the same thing and we reflect on the gospel. We will read the gospel and hopefully we do this regularly and it's helpful. So you can comment below. No? You can comment if this is really also helping you because it's helped us to evaluate also if we still continue this episode no in uh, learning the word of God and also being prepared for the gospel or being prepared in attending the mass also in that day. So please comment below. And for those who are new to my channel, of course, please don't forget no, to subscribe, like, and then you can share. And then please don't forget to press the notification button as you will be updated of more videos to come. So God bless you. Bye bye. This is your host, Mel Abellana.